Taking notes in meetings sounds simple until you try to make a computer do it. In this video, I'll show you how to build a meeting note taker that automatically joins your meetings, captures the transcript, and summarizes the key takeaways using an LLM. By the end, you'll have a working app where you can paste a meeting link, a recall bot will join, and when the meeting ends, your browser will show per participant action items, just like you can see here. So, before we get into it, let's chat a little bit about the stack. We'll use the Recall.ai API for Meeting Bot to handle the meeting bot join and transcript capture. OpenAI's API will convert the raw transcripts into structured meeting notes. This is written in Node.js, the Express, and React frontend. And we're going to use ngrok to tunnel Recall.ai's webhooks to your local server. All the code can be found in the meeting action items bot repo if you want to follow along. I'll link that in the description. So before we get started, let's go through the basic architecture. A user will enter a Google Meet or other platform using the front end. So just like you can see on this front end, you'll paste a meeting link and then hit start recording. Once you hit start recording, the backend uses Recall.ai to invite a bot. That bot joins, it'll record the captions and generate a transcript. Once the meeting ends, Recall.ai will send a webhook and our backend will pass the transcript to OpenAI for summarization, as well as creating action items. Finally, we'll stream the results back to the browser with server-sent events. The entire how to build a meeting note taker workflow is in this one simple set of steps. We start by setting up an Express server with two root options, API for user actions and Webhook for Recall.ai callbacks. That split helps keep the logic clean as the app grows. Next, we'll make a backend endpoint that invites a Recall.ai bot. When a user clicks start recording over in the front end will send the meeting URL to our invite bot endpoint, and the backend makes an authenticated post request to Recall.ai. The API provisions a bot that will join the call and start generating a transcript. Once the meeting ends, Recall.ai triggers a webhook event with the status done. This tells us that our transcript is ready. Our webhook handler confirms the receipt, fetches the transcript, and passes it to OpenAI, our summarizer, as well as our action item creator. Using webhooks like this is key if you want your meeting note taker to react instantly. Now, we'll summarize the transcript with GPT-4. The function takes the meeting text and extracts concise action items per participant. Returning JSON makes it easy to plug into downstream tools, like a CRM or project tracker. You can tweak the prompt to summarize decisions, topics, or sentiment, whatever you want your note taker to focus on. To push summaries to the front end without polling, we'll use server-send events. When send event fires, the browser immediately displays the new notes. The front end has two jobs. Lots of components, but two main jobs. Number one, it lets the user enter a meeting URL, as you can see here. The second job is that it listens for summaries via server-send events and renders them. When Recall.ai webhook completes, the summary appears automatically in the browser. That's the user-facing side of our note taker. Finally, let's test this all locally. So to test locally, we'll start the backend just using npm run dev. We'll make sure that the front end is also started. Same exact command. And then we'll use ngrok to expose your webhook endpoint. So I've just used this static endpoint here that I set up in my ngrok dashboard. When the bot joins and the meeting ends, we'll receive our summarized action items automatically. So let's go ahead and send a bot to this call. I'll copy the URL, paste it up here, and hit start recording. From here, we'll see an invite being sent to our meeting. We're sending a bot to our meeting, and it'll take a few seconds for the bot to join. We'll admit the bot. Now the bot is in our call, listening to me as I speak. I'll say a few things, some action items that I want to get out of the meeting. So I'll talk about how I need to go buy a raincoat because it's been raining a lot. I need to make sure that I eat lunch. And my final thing that I want to do today is edit a new piece that I've been working on. From there, I'll kick the bot out of the meeting, or I'll just end the call as I did. And then we'll see that the call ended over in our terminal because I'm just console logging. We can see that we're sending data to OpenAI. I'll rejoin the call. So we'll send data to OpenAI, and then over in our browser, we'll see the action items appear shortly. So now I'll wait for my action items, and oh, they're already here. So it got 2 of my action items. The summary might not have ended up yielding all of the things that I wanted to say, but this is kind of what you can build with a meeting note taker, using all of the text that you've got in order to create action items, really making use of conversation data. If you're interested in building this all yourself, then you can check out the repo, clone it, fork it, do whatever you want with it really. And you can also check out our blog on how to build a meeting note taker, where we walk through all of the steps to build this yourself.